Shalom. I want to give praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shai, Bashem Kakadash, and double honor to the elders and apostles of great Muslim Tongsu, and peace, blessing, and salutation to the hopeful elect. Is there an article? Which is this? Which it says Russia sends 3-day doomsday warning to the UK with nuclear tsunami threat. Let me put it on reading mode. It says the 10,000 ton vessel is designed to deploy weapons reportedly capable of triggering tsunamis on enemy coastlines. It says Russian President Vladimir Putin has been urged to strike the UK. A new Russian submarine capable of carrying torpedoes that could trigger a tsunami departed port last week for trials in the White Sea. Which again, it can go to this scripture. Wormwood. Revelation 8 and 10. It said, and the third angel sounded, and there fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp, and it fell upon the third part of the rivers, and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. That's the name of the missile. And the third part of the waters became wormwood, and many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. So that was basically a nuclear missile. It was fired into the sea. It said the Kakabovska submarine weighing at 10k tons has been specifically constructed to carry Russian devastating Poseidon nuclear torpedo. It says we use yours. It said Russian media reports that the weapons powered by their own nuclear reactors can be launched at sea before silently making their way towards a target and detonating their warhead beneath the waves. It says in Revelation 9. Operation 9 Jeremiah. Jeremiah 15:29. It says, "Call together the archers against Babylon, or against America, all ye that bend the bow." So all those that have nuclear capability, camp against it round about, let none thereof escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done. Do unto her, for she hath been proud against the Lord, Yahweh Shemel Shai, against the Holy One of Yasha'al, Israel. This wasn't the one that wanted Jeremiah 15:9 said, "For lo, I will raise and cause to come up against Babylon, an assembly of great nations on the north country, and they shall set themselves in array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their missiles shall be on my expert men, and shall return in vain." So once the flies are not coming back, or they're not going to return. And it says, "And Chaldee shall be a spoil, all that spoil her shall be satisfied, saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai." Let's carry on with the article. So it said Russian media reports that the weapons powered by their own nuclear reactors can be launched at sea before silently making their way towards the target and detonating their warhead beneath the waves. The Poseidon torpedo reportedly possesses the capability to generate a tsunami along the Emily's coastline. Russia has already announced its intention to acquire at least 30 Poseidon torpedoes and 4 submarines to transport them. And that's the picture of the missile. That's a big missile. It says in this image, made from a video provided by Russian Defense Ministry press service on Saturday, November 1st, 2025. The Kharbaskov, a nuclear submarine, is seen during the launches at the Sumra is the Sevmash shipyard. I can't pronounce that. I'm gonna call it S, or somewhere in Russia. So only the Kharbaskov is believed to have been started so far. The most likely target being US, British or French submarine bases. Britain may now find itself in the crosshairs after Russian President Vladimir Putin reportedly urged to deploy the Poseidon against the nation following its decision to supply drones to Ukraine, which again that was the UK. And here's a little quote. It said, "Give the British 3 days to learn to breathe underwater." And hit number of Poseidon, said Vladimir Salyov, a state TV presenter. Kind of crazy ones. It said British supply drones were British supply drones were utilized by Ukraine to strike deep within Russian territory. Prompting Moscow to warn Britain it would pay a price following reports of the attacks. Russian embassy in London. Oh, there it is right there. You can see the Russian flag right in front. It says Russia's London embassy accused Britain of becoming an accomplice and co-predator, not co-perpetrator of the strikes, and was deliberately opting for an escalation in the conflict. The UK Ministry of Defence responded, Britain stands shoulder to shoulder with Ukraine, and we are committed to providing the equipment Ukraine needs to defeat itself against Putin's illegal invasion. However, experts suggest there is a minimum likelihood of Moscow deploying Poseidon in a hostile manner. And it says, Jeremiah 15:25. It said, the Lord hath opened his armory, an armory where the weapons are kept, and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, being his righteous anger. For this is the work of the Lord, the power of hosts, in the land of the Chaldeans, in the land of America. This is how experts suggest there is minimal likelihood of Moscow deploying Poseidon in a hostile manner. Russia is not producing it in substantial quantities, and it has been developed for worst case scenarios, according to Dr. Richard, an authority on Russian defense policy and an associate fellow of the United Services Institute military think tank. If they were to do what the Russian TV presenters are proposing, they'd face retaliation from British Trident nuclear deterrent, he said. So they would do it because they know they'll pay a price. And that's the end of the article twice. But let's continue. It said, come against her from the almost border. This is Jeremiah 15:26. Come against her from the almost border. Open her storehouses, cast her up as heaps, and destroy her utterly. Let nothing of her be left. So as it says, destroy everything, man. Everything's going to be destroyed. It says, slay all the bullocks, let them go down to the slaughter. Woe to them, for the day has come, the time of their visitation is the time that the Lord will visit them with nuclear missiles. The voice of them that fear and escape by the land of Babylon, declaring Zion and the vengeance of the Lord our God, the vengeance of his temple, yet the power of Israel, all the 12 tribes. Call together the archers against Babylon, and all ye that bend the bow. Camp against it round about, let none of escape. Recompense her according to her work, according to all that she hath done, do unto her, She had been proud against the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, against the Holy One of Yasha. Therefore shall her young men fall in the streets, and all the men of war shall be cut off in that day, saith the Lord. I'm sure there's another one. Jeremiah 15:30. This is the mighty men of Babylon have forborne to fight. They have remained in their holes. Their might have failed. They became as a woman. They have burned her dwelling places. Her bars are broken. And said, behold, I am against thee, all thou most proud. All thou most proud, saith the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts. For thy days come, the time that I will visit thee, and the most proud shall stumble and fall. The most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up. And I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. Thus saith the Lord, power of hosts. The children of Israel and the children of Judah were pressed together, being the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. And that took them captive hard and fast. They refused to let them go. The Redeemer is strong. The Lord Yahweh Shema Shai of hosts is his name. He shall freely plead their cause, that he may give rest to the land and disquiet the inhabitants of Babylon. A sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon her princes, and upon her wise men. Let me have a look at that word, the Chaldeans. Chaldeans. Yeah, this is what it says. In the ancient Babylonian court, the Chaldeans were a specialized class of elite wise men, astrologers, and scholars. As the scholars and advisors, they served as royal counselors to King Nebuchadnezzar, holding high rank in administrative and religious matters, science and divination. They were experts in astronomy, mathematics, magic, and interpreting dreams of omens. And that's what they call the Chaldeans, and that's why America is called the Chaldeans as well, because of the magic and the witchcraft. So as it says, the sword is upon the Chaldeans, saith the Lord, and upon the inhabitants of Babylon, and upon their princes, and upon their wise men. A sword is upon the liars, and they shall doubt. A sword is upon her mighty men, and they shall be dismayed. A sword is upon her horses, upon their horses, and upon their chariots, And upon all the myriad people that in the midst of her, and they shall become as a woman. Her swords upon her treasures, and they shall be robbed. Her dries upon her waters, and they shall be dried up. For it's a land of graven images, and they are mad upon their idols. Yeah. Just as it says, and that's what they call the Chaldeans, because of the magic. And tomorrow we can go to Isaiah 47. Because it talks about the magic here. Isaiah 47:1, it says, "Come down and sit in the dust, a virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne or door of the Chaldeans." As it says, the door of the Chaldeans. Meaning this is someone like the Chaldeans, but it's likened unto them, which is America. But thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. Take the millstones and grind meal, and cover thy locks, and make bare thy leg, and cover the fire, pass over the rivers. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Because the Lord come back as a power, as an angel. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name. O Yahweh Shema Shai, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness, O door of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called the Lady of Kingdoms. I was wroth with my people, I polluted my inheritance, and given them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. So the Lord gave us over to our enemies. But obviously Esau didn't have no mercy. And it says, "Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that says in thine heart, I am and none else beside me. I shall not sit as a widow, neither shall know the loss of children." And that's what America says. "But these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. It shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments." So the Lord's going to visit them because they're doing magic. "For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, None seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge it hath perverted thee. And thou hast said in thine heart, I am and none else beside me." So then claiming to be God. "Therefore shall evil come upon thee, thou shalt not know from whence it riseth, and mischief shall fall upon thee, and thou shalt not be able to pull it off, and desolation shall come upon thee suddenly, which thou shalt not know. Stand now with thine enchantments, and with the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast laboured from thy youth. If so be thou shalt be able to profit, if so be thou mayest prevail." So yeah, the Lord saying, stand with them enchantments, and stand with the magic, and see if it's going to protect you. So thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. Then now the astrologers, the stargazers, and the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. Behold, they shall be as stubble, the fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it, because this is fire coming from the Lord. It's not controlled fire. He said, thus shall they be unto thee with whom thou hast laboured, even thy merchants, gone to the Arabs from thy youth. They shall wander everyone to his bar, everyone to his quarter, and none shall save thee. So yeah, these people that do magic won't be able to save them. Yeah. I want to sanctify and I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Shema Shad, Shema Kakadash, and Shalom.